If you are not watching this, you will see that one of us has come with all kinds of American pride today, and the other one is just a nerd.
American pride. American. Hey, check out my background. I couldn't
We
even
are back.
understand what you said.
Okay, let me say it a little more clearly. Nerd alert.
There you go.
If you are not watching this, you will see that one of us has come with all kinds of American pride today, and the other one is just a nerd.
American pride. American. Hey, check out my background.
Tristan is wearing a Zelda t-shirt with a Cartman hat, which I like the hat, by the way. I like that.
Hold on. You're not giving the t-shirt justice.
Zelda's okay, I guess. I was never a big Zelda. I was more of a Contra fan, you know.
Do you not see the structure of how the shirt and squares are made?
I have no idea.
It's a freaking chemistry board.
Oh,
you see chemistry? Oh,
even more nerdy. Jeez, you're just pulling out all the stops today. Hey, good morning.
Let's get into this.
We are in the last week. We're staying on the most trending topic. And for those of you that have boycotted the Olympics, you can go ahead and boycott this podcast too, because we're going to talk about what's trending, because our job is to guide you down a path of the maximum amount of engagement for your business and your brand and your socials. And I'm sorry, but the Olympics are bringing the heat, and we only got 1 week left. So at the time of this recording, we're on Monday. The closing ceremonies are this Sunday. I'm disappointed and sad, but dude, the Olympics have been incredible. I watched the Noah Lyles last night. I had to watch it. I had to record it because I missed it. But holy shit, that was amazing. That's probably the best. If you did, I don't care if you're boycotting or not. Go find the recording of that race. It's probably the closest 100 you'll ever see. The announcers even got it wrong. They go, the Jamaican won. And then
it did look, I mean, I watched it live. It looked like
I agree. Did you watch the replay where they showed how he was in last place, over 50% into the race still? I mean, it was like, holy shit, it was cool. I got chills.
He picked up. Excited. You know what? I was also listening to it, and I learned a lot. First of all, it's trending. That's what you have to know. Noah, 100 meters.
Noah Lyles.
Fastest human alive, in quotation marks,
currently
for the Olympics, right? And it's just great to talk about it. Jump on board, whether you love it or not, or you thought it's controversial. The point is, what we're watching this Olympics and social media round is people are really being vocal about who they love and who they hate and what side they're on. And to me, it was amazing how a silver medalist, I don't know who won the gold, but a silver medalist shooter, Yusuf from Turkey, is outshining all of these other gold medalists. I didn't even know that shooting was an Olympic sport.
That one's been around for a while. That one's been around for a while. Yeah, I don't watch it,
but it's crazy.
I don't watch it. But yeah, it's one of those obscure sports. But I think the bigger point here too, as it relates to social, is you're starting to see a lot of these different like memes or, like almost like comparisons. Like, in fact, we're doing one. Actually, we're doing one tomorrow, Tristan. I think can't remember which one it is. We might be doing which isn't actually the Olympics, but it's the Spanish Speedwalker. I know I'm going to do that one at some point. But we've got. Oh no, we're doing the boxer, which I was also trending last week. The trans boxer. We're tying that back to real estate. But that's the thing, is like so much creativity that you can take from this. Even the shooter. And if you don't know, Tristan, why don't you explain it to everyone what that was? This shooting event and why this guy's basically gone viral.
Yeah. So the cool part about three things, right? So we've got Yusuf the shooter. We got Noah, because it just happened yesterday, 100-meter race. And then the
The trans
person that's
boxer.
in boxing with women, XX and XY chromosomes, that's been a massive, massive uproar on both sides because, I mean, I don't even know what the hell's happening at this point. But Yusuf, shooting, here's the key to this. It's so culturally appropriate for millennials and Gen Z. The coolness of the guy in comparison to every other shooter lining up to make the shot has like all of these different types of lenses that they have to look through with one eye covered with a different lens, and then the equipment, and then the way they're dressed. And then you have Yusuf from Turkey just showing up with a kind of a baggy white shirt, old oldish gray hair. He's 51 years old, just lines up, puts his left hand in his pocket, has regular glasses, and shoots. Just shoots. And he hits the bullseye a couple of times. And the coolness of that, the coolness factor, dude, that is lighting up the internet. And that's important because people can use that. I mean,
Yeah.
people have used it in real estate. They
Yeah.
compare. It's like they're comparing. The
Yeah.
memes are blowing up, right? And this is how you use it for influence and connecting with the current culture and the trends. This is what we're talking about. This is why we bring it up,
Yeah.
right? Because the next one that's going to blow up is Noah with the 100 meters. It's going to be blowing up all day today because it just happened last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
it
Yusuf. Super cool.
it's opportunity. And you know,
Yep.
and I think we've talked about this enough to know that of between you and I tend to be less of a trend chaser. Just because I'm getting to that point in my social journey where it's like, okay, and we talked about this. We talked about this offline. I even created a video about it because it was like, don't just chase a trend to chase a trend. Figure out how to use a trend and bring it back to your
Mm-hmm.
business. And sometimes that's impossible. And sometimes like when we were talking about the trans boxer, I actually couldn't figure out how to do it from a because I have two brands. I have a geo brand, Lake of the Ozarks. I have a kind of a social media strategist brand. Uh, and I couldn't figure out the latter, but I did figure out the Lake of the Ozarks one and I just ran with it and I did it. And I think that's the bigger point here. The bigger point is you'll find, I've found this, Tristan, this is actually a pretty good topic that we didn't intend to talk about, that you might create a random video on your socials that goes viral. But if you don't know what to do with it, it's pretty much useless. It maybe
Mm.
helped boost your ego. Maybe it gained a couple followers. And I'll use myself as the prime example. That golf video still running over 5 million views that I did. We've talked about this. And I told you, it's like, I think I'm too deep to really shift my brand and go down that golfing niche. And I haven't. And so
Mm.
effectively, that didn't really do much to me other than just boost my channel. Yeah, I gained some followers, and it's still, dude, every day I open up my notifications, your video is shared, your video is shared, your video is shared, your video is shared. And
That's-
but that's the great point. Like if you can't figure out how to tie it back to your bit, like vanity metrics are just that, vanity metrics.
Yeah.
And unless you can figure out what to do with it or how to use it or how to capitalize on it, if you're after that vanity metric and it makes you feel good, great, by all means, go for it. But if you're really in this game to grow your business, grow your brand, create opportunities, I implore you to figure out how to take things that are trending, like the Olympics, like soon to be the election, and figure out ways to bring it back to your business. Because here's the thing that I think everybody needs to understand, Tristan. These topics are being talked about, and there's a article this morning from or recently from X, and they're talking about the engagement, and it's creating record high engagement on X. And I would bet that's happening on every platform, and that's the opportunity. So then you start using the hashtags Paris Olympics, Olympics 2024, and those things are running. And so, you know, people are interested in that stuff. And then when you tie it together with your business, well, you're basically entertaining why you are advertising, marketing. And to
Mm.
me, that's the most effective form of marketing in today's day and age.
I like that. So in essence, we could say, I'm going to make up a word, but we could brandify your trends. Brandify the trends. The trends that are happening have to match your brand. Make them
Yeah.
match who you are and what you do, or else it will not matter. People will be so confused when they visit your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, because the first thing they do after they love one of your videos is they go see what else you have. And if
Yeah.
it's not the same as that, they'll be like, oh, I don't understand what this person is.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest mistake everyone makes, dude. At
Yep.
some point, we've all made that, right? I've made that. But now that we're here, I do that at way less. I'm like, no, no, I have to stay in brand. Whatever I
Bingo.
bring in as far as a trend has to match everything else I do.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
is key. And that's what we're talking about right here with the current brands, with the Olympics, with now the Olympics are going to be done in a week. So you've got a week, right? And there definitely are going to be more amazing things happening in the Olympics. One of them, dude, one of them was funny. It didn't go as big. It didn't grow as big, but I'm watching it. The is it the Volt jumper? The guy, I know you watched it,
Pole
at least the
vault.
replay. Pole vault. Thank you. The pole vault went over and his package, he's a man,
I didn't see
hit
this.
the pole and the little
Oh.
the little bar and the bar knocked over because it hit his package, and that's the only reason he didn't make it.
Oh, because so he was going over forward.
He was going over.
Oh
He was
my.
all the way
I
over.
mean,
And
talk about a meme there. Like you're so well endowed, you can't be a pole vaulter.
it was hilarious. You've got to
I
watch.
wish
I'll send it
I
over
wish
to
that happened to me. Then I could say that. Like,
you.
see, I
Listen,
do. Huh?
we don't want to talk about that. That's a whole different pod. That's a after hours social
Well, I
genius
mean,
podcast with Jeff and Jeff. This is Jeff. It'll be
I
great. And it,
gotta I gotta go find that. I gotta go find that.
that's good. All right, so you've got a week. So keep an eye out. Bring it into your brand, right? Brandify it. Brandify the trends. Next, though, I think the big thing we need to watch out for, minus anything else crazy happening in the United States, are the elections, right? So I think we've got to be able to see how we can bring that into what we do in our business. Right? Are you looking it up? Are you looking up
Yeah,
the
actually, yeah.
the
Sorry, check out this caption. Somebody posted this. Not the worst thing in the world, losing a gold medal in the Olympics because you're packing a French baguette. Anthony Ammirati, you sir won it life. Ah, that's
he's
so
gonna
good.
the guy
That's
the guy's gonna get it. Look, we don't even know. This is what I'm saying. We don't even know who the gold medalist was for that, but we
yeah.
know
Don't
him,
care.
right?
Don't care. Yeah,
That's the crazy thing about trends. This is why I
that's
love
amazing.
I love the shooter because everybody's like, oh, he's like Keanu Reeves in the movie John Wick, right? Everybody's
Yeah,
like, this guy's so cool.
just a badass. Yeah, just a
Mhm.
badass. It's like it's
So
like it's
so
like
far,
going it's like showing up to the playground in like ratty shoes and holy shirt and everybody's there in their $200 pair of Air Jordans and stuff and then you just school the freaking basketball the
dude,
game, but yeah.
yes. Yes, yes. All right. So you brought up something that I thought was interesting. I love that you brought up X. I'm still behind on coming up with a solid plan with X.
Yeah.
But if we look at Wiki, and then if we look at a website called Social Media Today, both, Social Media Today says X continues to highlight misleading stats about its performance. But when we look at Wiki, according to Wiki, X is the third most visited website in the world and pushed Facebook down to number 4. Number 2 is YouTube,
Wow.
number 1 is Google. Though those are some big numbers, man. I know that
X is
Kaylee
3.
X is number 3,
Wow.
and Kaylee brought up a good point. Kaylee works with us. Kaylee is Jeff's daughter, but she also does a lot of our social strategy. She brought up a good point with X, which is X also allows full on like OnlyFans, pornography into their social. right? You just have to apparently change settings on the back end, and you're able to see that. So that's a big thing as well, because remember, Jeff, I don't know if you remember, but when we go through and look at the top 20 most visited sites in the world, as we get closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas, all of a sudden you start seeing those other porn sites jump into the top 10, right? And so I'm wondering how much Kaylee was right on that. Is X attracting a lot more eyeballs because it's opening up that world for themselves? Or is it actually traffic from people like you and I who go in and look for content, engage, right? Use it for business. Or does it even matter? Jeff, does it matter? I'm catching you off guard here, so I want to know what you think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, a controversial topic in a way. Um, but actually, as you were even starting this kind of monologue, I was thinking to myself, it's the snake in the weeds. It's Elon, and he's just quietly probably maneuvering, pulling the levers, playing the video game. We're not really talking about it that much, but here we are. And you look at the wiki stats, and it you can't deny it. Like, things are happening. Do I think your question? I think your question was, do I think that the porn side is a
Well,
driver
do
of
you think
this?
it do you think it matters how people are getting to X as far
No,
as the overall engagement?
I think there's somebody smarter than us that's behind this. And I think there's just, like, obviously the opening ceremony is being very controversial. This would also be controversial in a lot of people's eyes. It's a business. This isn't there's no moral compasses here in business typically.
Yeah, yeah,
Same thing with the opening ceremonies. This
yeah,
wasn't supposed to be a religious compass, and so
yeah. It
um
never was.
it, you know, I think a lot of people they have difficulty separating the two. And
Mm.
so my lens says, you're just giving me more reason why I need to continue to keep an eye on it.
All right.
So
I
I
want to
don't
show you
care.
something then.
Yeah, and that's not
I
going to
agree.
impact me. I'm not going to go lewd. I'm not going to go down that path. But if it means it's growing X, I think there's some opportunity. And at some point, I think he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, Elon. And I think
I think,
at some point he
yeah,
might shift away. But if it brings him in, that's what matters.
I think you're right. I think the eyeballs can be shifted to other things, right? As long as the eyeballs are there. I wanted to show you and just read it out loud for those that are not watching. This is Wiki, their latest up till July 24th. So, or maybe, sorry, that's 2024, July 2024. Google's still number one, YouTube's two. X, though, look, it went from
Yeah.
eight to number three. Crazy,
You know
right?
what? And I bet after August, after the Olympics, it's probably only going to continue to increase because of just the way that platform runs. And with things like the Olympics, I think it'll just help.
Yeah, I think so, man. Especially with the elections. It's only going to
Oh God,
drive it
yeah.
even more.
Oh
Yeah,
God, yeah.
I agree. I wonder, man, I wonder, imagine if they would bring Vine back. I wonder if it would then start
Well,
competing against
those
YouTube, which
conversations are going,
crazy.
think about it, Tristan. What has gone completely silent again?
The ban of TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. It's gone completely silent again. What does
Mhm.
that mean? I don't know. I don't think anything's gone away, but it's all of a sudden not newsworthy anymore. We get so caught up in this nonsense, and you
Yeah,
and I predicted this months ago when we were talking about it. I think it will fade into the sunset once for the
yep,
fourth time,
I agree.
and uh, I don't know. And now, honestly, here's the other dynamic. It was a Biden thing. Biden's out of the picture now. What's
Interesting. And then
Kamala's stance on?
Harris wants to win. I think right now everyone's focused on. winning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whether it's Trump
Yeah.
or Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's off into next year for sure, man. All right, let me round this up. Facebook's now number 4. Instagram is number 5. WhatsApp is 10. Number 6. Sorry, here.
Wow,
6.
that's
That's what
really
it is.
moved. WhatsApp wasn't
Yeah.
that high before, was it? Oh yeah,
No,
10
man.
right there.
No.
Yeah.
Wiki's number 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Yahoo. And then Reddit.
Wow,
Look, if you
way up.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 9 top most visited websites in the world are all American. And then you've got a
Hmm.
Japanese one.
Why? Where's China?
China is
All
got
the way down at
Baidu, and it
Baidu.
looks like they're
Wow.
12 or 13th.
Which is the Amazon of China, right?
Yeah,
Baidu.
dude. And look at this. TikTok, bro. TikTok is growing now. It's slowly
Stable.
creeping up. Yeah.
Stable. Yeah.
ChatGPT is above TikTok.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow. Wow.
Actually, the porn sites have dropped off a little bit because I want to say
They
that porn
have.
was closer to 10.
It's cyclical, man. It's
Yeah.
cyclical. What we noticed last time is that you head into the holidays and all of a sudden those shoot up. That's why I was saying that means X has two things going for it, right? That and also the elections. Those numbers are going to just shoot up higher. And that's what I'm saying. Does it compete against YouTube? And do those eyeballs then mean they can be converted to marketing other things?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, where are
I mean,
opportunities for social?
I'm just spitballing here, but maybe porn is hotter in the wintertime when you're stuck at home, and in the summertime you can go and stare at girls in bikinis, and so you can get your fix that way. I don't know,
Uh,
maybe no.
you might be right, dude. You might be
I don't
right. You
know.
might be. With that, pay attention to the Olympics. Use it for your brand, trends to your brand. That is the secret. Jeff, anything else?
No, I'm glad you told me about
No,
the pole vaulter. I had totally missed that, so I'm gonna go post
it's
about that right
hilarious.
now. Yeah, I got to do something there.
Uh, I
I'm
love
gonna keep
it. That's
watching.
episode
I
160.
haven't, and by the way, I will say this: that I don't remember any other Olympics being like this, and maybe I'm just dumb, but
Me
like
either.
you cannot not go a second of your day and not have Olympic coverage. It's like it's on like 4 different channels, and it's not like you don't have to have super special channels here. You just got to have
No.
a version of cable television or satellite, and you will have something all day, every day. Tristan, I feel so bad for the people that boycotted. Honestly, I really do. They're missing out.
It's been really fun and great to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go
I
back to
love
it,
it.
man.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See
See
you,
you on the next
Jeff.
one.